Make sure the sound is good. Ooh. Make sure the sound is good. Well, good morning, everyone. How's it going? Today we're going to be playing Gone Home. It's been very many years since I picked this one up, but I was reminded of it yesterday. It's a nice, short little adventure. Oh, good morning. How's it going, Queen? Good morning. All right. It's a mouse and keyboard game. That's fun. You can opt to have a commentary on. I'll pass this time. Welcome, Nyatarts. Welcome, Yelza. Hope you all are having a lovely morning.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
How many of y'all have played this game? No spoilers for those who have. It's not super long. It's only I should be able to do it today. Welcome, Bubbles. Well, we're home. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Good. So that Queen hasn't played it. Caitlin Greenbrier. Destination, we live in Portland. And she just got back from Europe, and it's 1995. Alright, so there's our setting. Hold right or left to shift. Left shift to look closer. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it's impossible. Please, please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want Mom and Dad. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. Okay. Locked. Both of them are locked. Okay, so we can pick stuff up. Can I turn this lamp on? There we go. That's nice. A little bit of light. And I can kind of zoom in with shift if I need to. Where would a key be? I mean, you'd think Caitlin would have her own set of keys. A Christmas duck. Okay, cool. Oh. Press right mouse or left shift to examine held object. Ah, there we go. Christmas duck. Hello, ducky. Oh. Fine. There you go. All right. Be dark. Eat the duck. Duck go quack. D-U-C-C. Go Q-U-A-C-C. Grab tissue box. I don't need that. Alright, let's turn some lights on. No, that's worse.
Sam. Sam. Hello.
Must be us.
Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
So Sam wasn't answering. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place was he had a Nintendo when we were little. Alright. Family. Sam, Katie, Mom, Dad, Jan, and Terry. Sam. That's me. Press 2 or M to check your location in the house. Cool. That's nice. Welcome, new student. We hope that you're as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get right into the swing of things. One sturdy folder with pockets for each of your 6 class periods. One blah blah blah, just stuff. And a positive attitude. All these are like checked off except for that one. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again, welcome. Beth Valance, the principal.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Great.
Sam's journal. Cards. Obituary. Oscar Doc Mason. Oscar Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Bet it's this home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier, as well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County, to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Okay, so I guess we were his family. He died here. Alright. No. Sam. Huh. DeSoto. I hear voices. This one that Caitlin sent. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I'm in Paris. I've done many Parisian things. Parisian? Yeah, Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner, I guess, le petit déjeuner, and wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company, since you're my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. Mom, Dad, Sam, 1 Arbor Hill, Boone County. That weird. I assume that's. I thought it was Sam in that picture. Like, if we're going by the order of operations here, yeah, that looks like Sam. I think that's us. I think that's us, Katie, in the top. Alright. A book. Don't need that. What's Ba-ba-ba-ba. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular something. Okay. A business listing. You can do better. Fresh. More lights is good. The Accidental Pariah. Ah. So Dad wrote this book. A Stranger Under My Roof. The #1 best-selling advice book for parents of teens. All right then. Put it back. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit in your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half of your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everyone will be happy. Brent Kurtwood. It's a perfect time for the thunder. Reviews editor, Home Theater Aficionado magazine. Ooh, Dad's getting in trouble at work. Definitely seems like Dad wants to be more of a, gosh, Dad. Wonderful. Oh, Dad. Hiding your porno mags under your books. Alright, I'll put them back. I got your back, Dad. But, yeah, looks like Dad definitely is more interested in, writing his own stuff and just kind of does the reviews to pay the bills. That's what it sounds like. 0451. Alright. I'm going to take a picture of that just to remember. Alright. Ah! Gasp! A boob! Oh no. How dare. Oh, okay. Maybe this. Sweet! Okay. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy of your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise. Testament and will. Oh, Mr. Mason's will. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after a full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors living or dead. I do hereby bequeath every item of value which I may die possessed. What? I do hereby bequeath every item of value to which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to my nephew, Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr., of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr. should predecease, haven't heard that word, should predecease me, then and in such event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August 1973. Signed, Oscar Mason. All right. So this family got a very nice inheritance. Just a binder. Can't open it. I don't think I can grab that either. No. Yeah, we got Muns. Why's the TV on?
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors.
Alright.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them?
Oh.
Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Big gold star added to backpack. Alright. So Sam likes a girl at the military academy. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer unit with a remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue. So that's what was in the typewriter. So that gives you about 2 weeks to get us the copy for edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the, whatever that is. Combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs, as well as Laserdisc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal-to-noise ratio and two-slink stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. Laserdisc. That didn't last long. There you go. No. TV listing. The X-Files. Huh. Hauntings and poltergeists. Leonard O'Rourke. Okay. Gotta be Sam, right? Made this fort. Reading scary books. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbrier. Grade 2. That's what it says, grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at the Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought so too." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, you're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no parade. Paradise, not parade. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Part 1. All right. Nice music, Sam. I wonder if that's Sam. All right, we've been that way. U.S. National Forestry Manual. Nice. A bar. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write this to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication for the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Bummer. So, an author, but not a critically successful author. Well, I'd say the biggest reward of writing a book is writing a book. Having written a book. Dad's hangout area, for sure.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened,
Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighter tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with these games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Schutz? Looks like Schutz.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
I wish you had a weed for me.
oh, tell me why
Samantha Greenbrier, reproductive system worksheet. Alright, cool. Sex ed. The menstrual cycle. I am produced in the testicles. Wonderful. I love it. I'm going to read this. Below are 2 stories. The events are all out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper, write reproductive system worksheet number 6 at the top, then choose one of the 2 stories, A or B, and rewrite it. Begin with the title and your name. I bet we're going to see her version as well. Find a topic sentence to begin your paragraph. Put the sentences in chronological order. Make sure the last sentence is a good concluding statement. A. Option A. The menstrual cycle. It travels through the fallopian tube. The ovary releases the ovum. About 2 weeks later, since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. If the egg doesn't meet a sperm, it dissolves. While the ovum is developing, the lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. Another ovum starts to develop, and one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. An ovum starts to develop. Or option B, I am produced in the testicles. I go from the vas deferens to the urethra, the life of a sperm cell. I go through the cervix and the uterus into the fallopian tubes in search of an egg cell. I develop for 2 or 3 months in the epididymis. In the epididymis. When the penis becomes erect, I leave the epididymis and travel up into the body through the vas deferens. As I pass the prostate gland, the seminal vesicles, and the Cowper's glands, fluids are added so that I can live longer and swim more easily. Without me, an egg couldn't begin the amazing process of reproduction. The urethra carries me, along with about 200 million other sperm, out of the penis in a process called ejaculation. If I can find the ovum before the other sperm do, I will be the winner, part of a fertilized egg. Venus. Hi, Carl. Alright, let's see what Sam's story is. The menstrual cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1939, Eza Glatz stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Weilen in Portland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her gut, an ovum starts to develop. Essa's train approaches the destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris. Still in his baker's smock, he must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. The dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock, and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. And the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa, and for a time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing, bandaged with torn bed sheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It's incredible how the female body knows to prepare for pregnancy. See me, says the teacher. Ah. Oh, Sam, you're wonderful. That sounds like something I would write, just not as horny. That's funny. That's very creative, Sam. A+. Grab a bunch of coupons. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Lip balm. Cherry stone. Lip stuff. Roller bones. We got a 6 and we got 10. Awesome. Oh, here's something. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Write back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6th. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. No, they were playing Daniel's copy of Street Fighter.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Cool. That door's locked, and apparently there's something in the attic that Sam decided not to include in the first note. Invoice. Alright. Kitchen, boxes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it looks like they somewhat recently moved in. Well, maybe. Let's see what the date is. Okay, so this half a year ago. No, this was about a year ago. Little under a year, because right now it's like July 95. So, yeah, they've been moved in for a little under a year.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
The new house. Fourth hall. Okay. What is this? Over the Alps. A novel traveling game, rather. Alright. Oh, cool. Forestry service. She's a ranger. Mom's a ranger. Oh! Have a doggone cool 17th birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. Uncle Harvey. You're a cool guy, Uncle Harvey. Nice. Hecho en Mexico. First place. Sam. Okay. Regional track and field finals. Nice. She runs. Regional track and field. Long jump. First place. Alright, so they were both in track and field. And... okay, so Caitlin does the long jump. Sam does running. Neato. Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year? When we were miserable fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play 'em, seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. That sentence is total exposition. We just got vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So, how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous. Right back soon. I miss you, roomie. Carol. What a cute way to subtly ask to be invited over. Okay. Close door. Alright. Well, let's go upstairs, I guess. How cool. A stereo in Animal Crossing that looks exactly like that skull. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Huh. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Mom. Awesome. She got a good job. Notice of temporary transfer. Bruce Pendleton, head personnel, State Forestry Service. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with experience in procedure, is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservationist Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the conservation of transferred personnel. Supervision, not conservation. Supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation, as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. She's the boss. Alright, read sternly worded letter. To whom it may concern. I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old, and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compared with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across the ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal and totally safe city on my own, like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Sam, stop leaving your damn light on in the house. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Sam's room. Oh.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the water. Work us a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if
Adventurous,
you're
the
gonna
cat,
check it out. I don't wanna
returns.
wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how
Awesome, Sam. There's a note down here. Chun-Li moves. Fireball. Left, hold, and punch. Lightning kick. Kick, 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 kick. Helicopter kick. Down, hold, up, plus kick. Air stomp. Down plus high kick. Or mid kick while jumping. Awesome. That's what you had to do. You had to figure them out. Super Spitfire. Journey of Crystal. Not Final Fantasy. And not Asteroids or Galaga. Sonic Boom 94. Oh, cute. Alright. What is this? The Holy Bible. There you go. Back where they were. Oh, Mitten! Their old house. Gotta be. Yeah. So it looks like Mitten's been gone for a little while. Got your number. Oh, I remember this board game. It's called something else in real life. Are you going to dance with anyone? Who's got a crush on you? It's a fake telephone, and you called boys and see if they were into you. The King's Labyrinth. Chapter 2. Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on to the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the king's throne room lay below. Skeletal and rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls. Pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I'll circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It's a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his Wait, no. No, the singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging at the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a halt, to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running toward the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. I feel like the Captain Allegra that she wrote about as a kid, I feel like that. I feel like the first mate was a guy, but the first mate's now a girl, because Sam likes girls, so I think she kind of adjusted her writing as she grew older. Ooh, something here. Okay. Darby. Button. Misfits. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Miss blah blah blah. Blacklock, maybe? Bratmobile. Cool schmool. Alright. Well, Sam, where would your combination be? Maybe we can find it in here. Brochure. This is the one me and my dad are building. Want to go for a ride when it's done? Probably showed it to Lonnie. Ooh. It's a dinosaur. Steggy. Oh, Kurt Cobain. Awesome. Oh, yeah. He died last year. Dr. Jitters. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. There's another page. Cool. English creative writing. 3 students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year at Reed. Sounds like Sam is a good student. Makes good grades at least. Scrutinize. Yes. Lovely. Very modern art. Well, I don't know the combination. Maybe we'll find it later. Let's move along. Hey, Sam. Do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend, and Todd won't shut up about it, so either it's good or we can make it fun or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for tonight for a change, but I can just ditch on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I gonna barf? Now, according to Tom, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kinda hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Alright, see you then. Barf burger. More light. Huh? Lonnie rules. Awesome. So I guess my guess is that Lonnie is the girl that we saw in that one picture that said DeSoto. Oh my. What? Oh. It's just hair color. Not to worry.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Samantha. S is for special, A is for adorable, M is for merry, A is for affectionate, N is for nice, T is for thoughtful, H is for honest, A is for admirable. I read it. Okay. Oh, what do you mean, Yowza? You mean the hall closet? Just wanted to check here again just to make sure I didn't miss the combo. Danger. Wear goggles and rubber gloves when handling anything in this room. Parents' room. Yay. I've been there. We've been there, Queen. Probably on that very bridge. Yeah. Awesome. Dear Mom, Dad, and Sam, I'm in the Channel. This is my second passage through the Channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write to you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the Channel. London was great. Dad, I know you've always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it. If you all wanted to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love you all, Katie. The Bibble. Bible. Shouldn't be searching for my parents' house. I wonder if his parents are a little disorganized, or if this was Sam's doing. Oh, mitten. Cute. Caitlin drew that. Oh, baby. Family. Dear Jan, oh honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I have had our own down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house. The kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry, Terry will get over whatever's distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds quite the adventure. But let's cut to the chase. This new regimen they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick? No, regimen? Is that not? This new ranger they sent, my bad. Ranger Rick? You have to be kidding me. It's so perfect! You have to tell me everything. And send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Now, keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump. In the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Love, Carol. Watercolor techniques for florals and still lifes. Guessing that's Jan. Jan's probably a painter. Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass. Take your time. I'm glad to have it in good hands. Rick. Rick lent Mom a book. Sounds like Mom and Rick are a little friendly. Dad's not being all that attentive and is distracted. Mom's finding attention and Ranger Rick. After the honeymoon, rediscovering your spouse, personally, spiritually, sexually. Doesn't mean anything bad or anything like that. Just observation. She made a friend. I mean, I would be too if my husband was writing awful books. JK. Click, click. Alright, next room. Okay. Huh, this must be my room. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home in such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing any anymore. Sam. Hey, Sam. You were asking what my, I don't know, something ribbons meant. Here's a handy guide. Orienteering, rifle team. Okay, so they're like military school. Adventure training. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Lonnie D. Awesome. Both went to military academy. Yep, Lonnie D. Gotta be her DeSoto. Awesome. Ah, Mom's art room. Ranger Pattermack has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn operation. Yep, Ranger Rick. Burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication has been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of the Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. Halloween show. Ah, the Misfits. They're awesome. Don't forget your costume. Stygian Lounge. See you there, Lonnie.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Lie to Mom and Dad situation. That's a lovely pirate dress. Captain Allegra and the first mate. Your costume. My costume. Oh, Lonnie's an artist. Cool. That's awesome. Heavens to fancy. Oh. Number 1, nothing can stop me. 2, decide. 3, stay away. 4, calculated. 5, waitress. Oh, waitress hell, I think was the name of the song. Waitress hell. 6, intermission. 7, Axemen. 8, donating my body to something. Let me see. Let me see. To science. 9, terrorism? I don't know. Well, let's listen to her. Ooh, awesome. Let's go listen to her tape. Two, 3, 6, 8, 9, you think? For like the highlighted red ones? Maybe. Thank you for writing that down. Sam's dark room. Don't enter if red lights are on. I'm gonna. I can't. Okay. I mean, I can try. I think her locker only had a 4 combination lock. It wasn't a 5. Yeah, it's only a 4. Well, that's not it. Bah. Yeah. Yeah, very atmospheric, for sure. I think, yeah, we already did that one. Alright, well. Where now? There are several locked rooms I need a key for. Can't go in there yet. No key here, right? No. Bible. might I have missed this way? To the basement. It's locked. Guess I could always check all the, like, dresser drawers in Mom and Dad's room. Might be something there. Did that. I'm going to the locked basement door. Could there be a key nearby? You read that? Yeah, it was the Street Fighter letter. Please, what have you found? Don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Something. Okay. No luck this way. Worldwide timetable. Ooh. Katie's departure. Alright. I'm gonna go back to parents' room and check their drawers. Maybe there's a key. Drawers. Jeans. Oh, lovely. Oh, barf. There's nothing I don't hate right now. There's nothing I don't hate right now. That's funny. Alright, well, can't open it. Key, I want a key. I'm close to... Alright. Free fill. Feel free to let me know, Yowza, if, like, where the key I'm looking for is. Okay. Okay. There's that. Ghost Mansion. Okay. It's a board game. What is that game? Alright. Maybe there's not. Nope, nothing in there. Nothing useful anyway. have to just, I don't know, find a walkthrough or something. Pretty sure I did the first time I played it. I mean, I had all the time, but I think I did it without any walkthrough. But this time I only have a couple hours to play, so I don't want to spend too much time. Just want meandering around. Nope. Yolanda DeSoto. Mr. Beachley observed Mrs. DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front, a large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Ms. DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Ms. DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Ms. DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Ms. DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Student signature, Lonnie. And no parent signature. Just threw it away. Huh. Okay. Cool, thank you. I'll check that out. Alright. A table with a map. Here's a map. There we go. Yay! Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and noticed something in the corner, and I found a secret passage. It had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it? Oh, interesting. Oh my god, I have to go see this. We're skipping 6th. Cool. So, Mom and Dad's room closet, there we go. So there is something in the closet. Thank you for that. Yeah, I somehow totally missed that little folder. I looked at everything else in here. Guess I thought I clicked it. Yay! Appreciated. Now we can go in here and find a secret passage. Ooh. Whoa. New styles, correctly priced. Old newspapers, style clippings. Ghost Hunters, Sam and Lonnie's Secret House Investigation, COG. Or log, rather. Not cog. Hidden compartments found, 3. Library, upstairs hall, foyer. Evidence of the supernatural discovered, 0. The search continues. My room. There's a panel there for one of these areas. We'll just keep a lookout for the wallpaper. Alright, so something in the foyer as well. Alright. Oh, good. Cool. Up to a floor. Good. Okay, so they're marked with an X now. We're in Dad's library now. Okay, Dad's office, rather. Okay, or no, this is the library. So there's something over here. Let's find a pulley book or something. Make sure I'm looking at the right spot. Let me orient myself. So there's the door. It's behind us. Which means that, yeah, it'll be on the other side. Oh, there we go. There's that panel. Examine. Misfits. Great. Maidenhead.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Okay, 501. Something right 3 times, stop at bleh. Okay. Half of Sam's locker combo added to the backpack. Items. There we go. Private, do not read. The Green Glacier, Part 2. At the edge of the world. Heaven at the edge of the world. Allegra and her scouting party peered down wearily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if it's a different first mate, or did she change the first mate's gender along the way? His life hung in the balance. "We have to hurry!" Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Okay, that's Allegra saying, "We have to hurry." Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down. All was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then from the vat something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's. Oh, I see what's happening. Then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair and hands and body of a woman, still in the first mate's clothes, still the first mate. She spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain," the Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." Awesome. Yep, he's a she now. Awesome. Alright, so next spot. Next spot on the map. Near Sam's room. Yeah. I love Sam's writing reflecting. He's like, you know what? I think I like girls. Well, let's make the first mate a girl. Well, easy rewrite. There we go. Ouija. Aha, there we go. Other piece of the thing. 1. Hello? Hello. 2. Who are you? Oscar. What do you want? To come back. Okay. Well, let's check out the 0501. Okay. Gosh, Sam. Oh, yay. A key. Attic. Or basement.
Lonnie came over today, but
Cigarettes.
everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
That's precious. That looked like probably just after they dyed their hair as well, that picture of Lonnie. There was nothing wrong. Added to the backpack. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie D. Fancy man, quite. Dear Mr. Soto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate, following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandfather, who is a lovely grandmother, my gosh, your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again sometime next year, shall we? Indeed, Madam Samantha Greenbrier, Esquire. It's dark. The lights. Can I get a light? No. Oh, good. There's a light. The accidental savior. I think that's Mom's citizenship stuff. Cool. Lovely. Postcard. Hey, Sam. I'm writing to you from, Mothoma? I don't know. Mothoma Falls. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anyone running this school has been to Oregon, but it's cold and rainy as shit in March. Wish you were here. Oh wait, you are here because I'm writing this to you in the gift shop. Oh shit. Have you something? Here you come, L.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Women outlaws, or women outlaws. Samantha Greenbrier. Dear Miss Greenbrier, I appreciated the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. And the fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Principal Sheldon Grossman.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. Is that the locker in her room? Maybe. It wouldn't be surprising if they just stole the locker. Alright, get that one. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back in a sec. Hey there, Amber. And back to Cherry. Okay. Share stream. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Got a cassette somewhere, I guess. Pizza. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome, and everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. The Psycho House Girl. Coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one. Everyone in the hall thinks you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of Peripheral. Costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells. What's up? Yeah, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video. One girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. Another panel. Grandpa had some awesome secret passageways. Ah, 1963. Okay. Don't know what that's for yet, but I'm going to take a picture. Go, Team Spirit. Yeah. Ready to join the revolution and take a stand against the Grossman and the patriarchy. Grossman's the principal. Heard enough? Had enough? Yeah. Label. Oops, I dropped whatever that was. A label. But I want it. But I wanted it. Oh well. Bruce Pendleton, head conservationist Greenbrier, due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year, the service's need for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we'd like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout northwestern Oregon. Your assistance will be sought to fill your previous position on site. Alright. Please respond. What does she have to say about that? They're offering Mom a bigger job. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home, she takes it out on you like... She takes it on you, like, because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it. And I'm sorry. It's okay. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So, you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No. N-O. Oh, what is this? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Awesome. Concert ticket. This skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico. And it was like $3. I love it. Merry Christmas. Missed you. Elf. P.S. Treasure it always. Aw. So that's where the skull came from. It was Lonnie to Sam. What do we got here? Sam. Since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges, and from using your car anytime except for going to and from school. We understand what you're going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, one of your privileges And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't have to happen again. Trouble. Disturbing, inappropriate... What? Distributing inappropriate materials on school grounds. Phone call to students' parents. Out of school supervision. Gotcha. What did you do? What were you distributing? Were you giving cigarettes to kids, Sam? I guess we'll learn.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
First off, congratulations. Janice Greenbrier, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something there? You said he was an out-of-town... has an out-of-town girlfriend. You sure they're not serious? Okay, so we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough of the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon, Carol. And so, Mom is kind of getting involved with Rick. Don't give up on this, honey. Okay. I guess Jan wrote that on Terrence's manuscript for his book. Poor Sam. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, feels like a goddamn miracle that it could find you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not. We aren't the feds or the men in black or any other sort of creeping fascist hooligans. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimension is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type of out there mass market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on by anything but its own terms. So, conspiracy theorists. We've had an unparalleled run, like a conspiracy publisher basically, run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works such as blah blah blah. Yeah. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your accidental series at the church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American and outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our readers lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the dick-swinging heroes that modern suburban America wants, but John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It's our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work. Since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago, we want you to supply a new forward for the books to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimensions as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds. Contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you, and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of an unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. Yep, they're a conspiracy publisher. Great. Alright, nothing much in here. Read note. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3rd through 7th. We'll be camping in the gorge. We'll be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on time, on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. All right. So I think, yeah, this is the 6th of June, so Mom and Dad will be home tomorrow. The Accidental Pariah. Oh, so he accepted, and this is the new print of the book. All right, then. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as Regional Conservation Director of the State Forestry Service. We wish you luck in your final weeks at Flintlock National Forest, and very much look forward to welcoming you to your new desk in the State Forestry Office at 8 a.m. on May 1st. Okay. Grab box. Ooh, bran with fiber. Bran. What is that? Russian dressing. Okay. Booty. Alright. Enjoy that next person that opens it. You madman. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day, and it was sunny, and they were in an adventure. But they went to the part of the woods, and the bad part of the woods, and it got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scarred?" So Samantha said, "No. Are you?" They laughed and went more into the bad part. Maybe laughed and went more into the bad part. Then they went to a part that was never there before, and there was a ship, a pirate ship, on an ocean. Samantha said, I'll be the captain, and you be the first mate, Daniel said. Aye, Captain. And they went on the pirate ship and started sailing away.
Yay! Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little.
Oh.
I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Sam's schedule, working at Crown Burger on Bethel Road. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair requests the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter. Ranger Rick got married. Helen Margaret to Mr. Richard Morris Patamack. So that went nowhere. I mean, fair enough. Or maybe it's still, maybe there's still some interest there, who knows. Girl Scout, last show ever.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
This is where parents are. Strong Pines, couples counseling retreat, in the beauty of Columbia Gorge. Yeah, they're camping at a couples counseling retreat. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimensions isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you might find intriguing. It's reflective and introspective without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I'm grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards, Terrence L. Greenbrier. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement. The days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him, and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. Where we'll do it. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations are complete. The foyer. Okay. Under the stairs, secret door. Okay, let's go there.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
What's that photo we just got? Huh. Oh. Hell yeah, it's their grandpa. It's Oscar Mason. They're trying to communicate with grandpa. Key to the attic. Honey snaps. They got snacks and everything.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
In the attic. Added to the backpack. Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong. Kick ass. I love you, Lonnie.
Oh my God. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie in my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Letters to Katie.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Yep, that's the game. So yeah, like it seemed very much intentionally, like it seems like they intentionally make it seem like scary at first, but that's what it's like coming home to an empty house, right? The lights are off and it feels unfamiliar, but once you start walking through it and just turning your lights on, it's home. It feels like you're home. Yeah, like the supernatural parts. Yeah, it's just like kids play with Ouija boards and stuff. Like it's a thing that people do for funsies. I feel like the can of soda and the box of cereal in the secret place with the summoning circle is a pretty good indication that they're not taking it too seriously. Yeah, like a little bit intentionally misleading with the supernatural elements there, just to kind of keep the possible creep factor, but you know, it's just Sam and Lonnie playing around, really. Just spending time with each other and like cute X-Files-y ways. And, you know, you got the message early on that Sam liked supernatural stuff with like X-Files circled with the couch fort in front of the TV, and the like, and all those occult books or supernatural books she was reading. It was just one of her things. Cool. Well, good for Sam and Lonnie. Wonderful. Well, that's Gone Home. A nice 2-hour adventure. Yeah, it's so wholesome. Yeah. Cool. Well, good. I'm glad I got to share this with you guys. I forget when it came out, but I want to say it was like 2015 or something. Maybe 2012. It's been a while since I played it. Oh well, I mean, I'm sure she'll once her and Lonnie are settled wherever they're gonna go, I'm sure she'll call and you know, let her parents know what's up. Yep. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for watching this. Thanks for hanging out and enjoying this with me. That was a nice trip down memory lane. I didn't have an IR stream planned for tonight. Yeah, there isn't one scheduled. I don't know. Are you wanting to do one, Queen? Like, I could be up for one if it's more than just me. Well, you too, Amber. It was nice of you to join and hang out. It was good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't have anything planned for Internet Remix. All right. Well, I'll have to like get back to you when I know what I'm wanting to play then. But yeah, I can make time for that today. Cool. Yeah, so Internet Remix will be having another stream at the usual time, 6 Central. And I will be there with something. It's kind of last minute, but yeah, might as well. I don't think anything else is scheduled today, so I need to run that by the mods and see if they're cool with me just doing kind of a last minute stream idea. Anyway, Wednesdays are always free. Cool. Well, I'll let them know then. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, I think this game does a really nice... does a really nice kind of subversion of your expectations. Like, it feels like it's going to be like a horror jump scary game, but... And, yeah, atmospherically, yeah, it's... You find yourself peeking around the corners and the lights are off, and and some of the TVs are on, that kind of thing. But it's just Sam. She just has a habit of not turning off the TVs she's watching, apparently, which fits well with like her entire character that we learn. And yeah, and like the storm outside definitely helps kind of raise your hackles a bit, and kind of, it's like, ooh, it's a scary atmosphere, but it's just an empty house. It's just your empty house. So it's like naturally, understandably, a little bit scary, but in the end, it's all just safe. It's all just home. Cool. Well, I'm glad I got to share this with some folks for their first time. It's a good game. Alright. I'm gonna call it then. I will see y'all tomorrow with something else. And for those who want to stick around and see the Internet Remix stream at 6 Central, you are certainly welcome. And we'll have something to play at that time. Till then, I will see y'all later, and have a good one. Bye-bye.